Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker, and can I thank the Secretary of State for a very detailed statement and advance sight of it, and to assure him that the SNP condemn and will continue to condemn Putin's unprovoked invasion of a peaceful democratic neighbour in the strongest possible terms. Can I join with the Labour front bench in asking for, once again, the UK Government to formally prescribe the Wagner Group as a terrorist organisation? And could the Secretary of State take back to his colleagues in other departments that we would like to see a plan to support Ukrainian refugees to seek damages against the Wagner Group in the UK courts? And could he also, given that he mentioned Iran, I would also add that the Government should be considering prescribing the terrorist organisation, the IRGC, as well. Could the Secretary of State tell us that President Zelensky has said that Ukraine is constrained by delays in the delivery of armoured vehicles, and what action plan is the Government, along with its allies, making sure that those armoured vehicles are delivered to assist in those efforts? And finally, could the Secretary of State comment on reports that India imports of Russian oil has risen tenfold in 2022, and what does the Government plan to do alongside allies to ensure that oil products originating from Russia do not reap record profits?
I'm grateful to the honourable gentleman, and I'm grateful for the SNP support on this. I think we all recognise what Ukraine is fighting for, and it appeals to all of our decency and how we must stand up for it. His suggestion of Wagner Group in the financial penalty or the suing in the courts is an interesting one, and it does slightly remind from my previous days as Security Minister, prescription is an important tool, but it rarely unlocks any more than a sort of brand, a labelling of something. The thing that will go for Wagner will have a bigger impact will be suing in the courts, I suspect, given mercenaries, if they don't get paid, don't hang around, and seeking damages through our amazing court system, whether that is in Scotland or London, is where it's world-renowned for being fair and respected, has a long tentacle. So I listened to his suggestion. While I can't advise the victims of Wagner Group, I certainly think hitting Wagner in the wallet will certainly probably have a stronger method, even though prescription, I hear, is also wanted. And I also listened to the IRGC call. Iran is absolutely supplying Russia with drones. They can't hide it, they can't pretend it. It is supplying Russia with drones. And of course, Russia in return is funding the Iranian and the IRGC to make those drones and that industry, and that poses a wider threat to the region, whether that is to Yemen, Saudi Arabia, the Houthis, Iraq, where we see Iranian drones being used already, and there's no good shall come of it, shall we say, on that. As far as delays go, one of the assistance we do, we have people in Poland and Slovakia and Romania helping coordinate delivery and helping the logistics of it. We stand by to help any other nation do that. And I'm very happy at our next meeting of colleagues, either at NATO defence ministers or other, to find out who's having a difficulty, and we stand by ready to help. One of the things not written about what we do in Ukraine, some of the great work we've done, is in things like the logistics, flying aircraft to pick up people's donations and bringing them back to the hubs. All of those people are heroes to me. They're members of the RAF, will be flying their airplanes. We do it often, in a sense, not secretly, just the media don't seem to want to write about it, but I know about it, and I think it's a really good work by doing it. So we'll keep the momentum, we'll keep the supplies coming in, but I think we should all recognise, and if any of you has visited the Ukrainian training, there's a lot of hardship still to come.